Today we have for test this Biltema battery, which is rated for 100 Ah, and this electronic load Siglent for 200 watts with the battery testing feature. And this video is exactly about how to use this feature for testing automotive batteries according to the standard. We will know the true capacity of this battery, and it is not 100, and you will see this, how to use only this electronic load without any other devices. Let's go. My first advice to you, power up this guy through the uninterruptible power supply. You will know why at the end of this video. Let me tell about some background about this battery. We got it from the previous episodes. You can see the links in the description below. And we already know that it was 44 amperes hours. We monitored this with this shunt. And we used CC mode, constant current mode, to discharge it, not the battery feature of this electronic load. And then we do recondition with this charger, automatic recondition, which is limited for 1 hour. And in the last episode, we did a longer recondition that I set for 6 hours, and that is the chart in the Smart Shunt Trends tab that shows that we tried recondition for 6 hours to rise the voltage up to 16.2, but we've got the maximum 15, 18, and then we entered the last mode, which is float, and then storage. So that's the background of this battery. And right now, after this long recondition, I shut off the charger. I don't want to wait 24 hours. I will start the test immediately. As this video is about the electronic load, I have to show you how to enter this battery mode. It's quite simple here. You click the shift button allows you to enter menus that are marked here above the buttons. In that case, we need AUX. So then we click this one and we entered this AUX, and we see the battery here. So we click the battery, and that's it. Here we select constant current. We can select constant power, constant resistance, constant current. According to the standard, we will discharge with the constant current C20. Watch the previous or first episode about the standard. The links are there in the description below. So with the current 5 amperes for this battery. And so I select the range. It is about the ranges, so it's not so important. I think it's about the tolerance. I set the current here, so we have to set the current here. So 5, you can set it here, you can rotate this knob. And the most interesting part on the page 2, V-stop 10.5, V-stop on, you click it here, and then you set V-stop as per standard 10.5, and that's it. We are ready to go. I will click this button and the test will begin. By the way, guys, we shouldn't test this for 100 Ah because we already know that it was less. It was 44, then we did recondition, and I believe it's probably 15 amperes hours. And if it is 50 divided by 20, if you don't understand what it means, watch the first episode, the current will be 2.5, not 5. So I will set 2.5 the current. And also in the shunt, in this shunt, I will set the true capacity, 100% capacity, as 50, as we believe that this is 50 now. And we will be monitoring and comparing results here and on the shunt. The shunt itself doesn't have any purpose okay, let me go from another end. I told you I don't have a script. So we are mainly demonstrating how to use this electronic load, and the shunt is just additional tool that we want to use for monitoring things. Oh, let's do it this way. Okay, so I set 2.5 and we begin the test. Okay, the test began, and yeah, so we already got some milliamp hours. We will be waiting, so the load keeps constant current 2.5, and we are waiting how many hours it will take, how many milliamp hours we will get before 10.5. We will be interesting also in the middle point, 50%, so yeah, we will see everything here, and here it will be quite nice. Let's just wait. I disconnected the charger here and shut off it also. Just briefly to show after 1 hour, because it's good time to see some results. So 1 hour with 2.5 amperes, we have 2.5 amperes hours, right? Yeah, so it's easy to understand. And here in the shunt we see similar picture. Let's memorize results after 8 hours in case of if something will happen. So we have 19 amperes hours after 8 hours, and the shunt says that 2 hours more we have till 50%, which means, guys, by the way, 10 hours it's exactly half of 20 hours, and multiply 2.5, 25 amperes hours. And we said, if I remember right, 15 amperes hours. We guessed that the battery is 15 amperes hours instead of 100 now, and I think the guess is right. So let's wait, but I think that's what we have. We can make a conclusion that at least with the current 2.5 we can use it for 8 and I think for 10 hours until it's 50%, and we don't want to go less than 50 for this kind of batteries. So, but let's wait. Well, I'm recording this in advance, 5 minutes in advance. Definitely in 10 hours we will see 25 amperes hours. That's quite obvious, and that is the voltage that we see in the shunt history. We can see no any fancy stuff because we use the same constant current, and the voltage is going down 12 volts. Well, it's quite okay for it's quite normal, let's say. Why quite? It's just normal, not normal. It is the voltage of half discharged battery, let's say this way. So 51%, 13 minutes. Here is 4 minutes. Well, so we definitely figured out this battery capacity, I think, right, 50 Ah. We will see this, I think, only tomorrow morning. I will be probably in deep sleep, suspended. So that's the moment when we should stop discharge, because 50% for this kind of battery is the right threshold when you should stop discharge it. So it means that with that current we can use this for 10 hours. Yeah, guys, it's a little bit not about exactly how to use this electronic load, but it is referring to my all previous 5, probably 6 previous episodes. Watch them if you wish to know more about that kind of stuff. So, but let's see you tomorrow about this this value when we stop it discharging at 10.5. See you tomorrow. Interesting point for you, it will be right now. Well, guys, what a surprise in the morning, next day. Well, I was thinking, what happened here? Did we reach 10.5 and then we lost all data? I don't believe so. And that's when the smart shunt that I have here is very helpful, because I can see what happened and when. So we reached 11, we didn't reach 10.5. 11:68, it was in 4:30 a.m. and then the current stopped and we have our voltage raised. So otherwise the test was fine. And guys, so what I think, it was reset or reboot of this unit, and I recalled that when I wanted to update it, I read through errata, I think it's called errata, about datasheet, about feature changes, and I remember something about bug fix that the unit will reboot after some time of usage. I think that what happened in the night. So that's why the next video will be about how to update it. It might be also tricky. I read that some people damaged the unit by the updating. And then I probably retest it again, but that's when the shunt is very helpful actually, because we can see all the history here, and we can see that we consume 45 ampere hours and still have 10% state of charge. So I believe that the 50 AH for this battery was figured out correctly. And so it might be not necessary to show you retest and everything. I think the main purpose to show how to use this feature was demonstrated, and even more, you have seen this problem that the unit was, I think, reset. So if I am not going to retest and show you more, then that's it. Remember to like, subscribe, and let me know in comments what else to check. Otherwise, if I will retest, you will see it now. Well guys, it wasn't shut down due to run for some time. I will get back to this bug soon. It was a power flicker. I noticed this by disconnected Makita fridge. I have Makita fridge that disconnects during the power flickers and never run power again. And it was so short flicker that even my eye socket, it wasn't here, didn't register this. I now changed some settings so it will detect and notify even power flickers, power blinks to me, and I use UPS, uninterruptible power supply, now. So I power the unit, and it is a good recommendation for you. If you run the long test, put it through the UPS, through the backup power. So the unit is in the back up line, and I socket just to be informed when power blinks is in the non-backup line. So, and then the bug that I mentioned is here. Some units will crash after run for some time, but I was surprised to find that my firmware is 0.22, so I thought I bought it somewhere in this year. Probably I already updated it long time ago. So I don't have that bug, and I don't want to make an update, but I will give you a few advices. I don't want to make update for these things because I have everything what I need here. So this bug is eliminated, and I have software for my computer. I want to use it through the computer. I want to try it. So I don't want to update it, but advice for you, I read on some in some places that it's better to use a small flash, for example 2 gigs, and some guys even tell to use Kingston specifically. Of course, FAT32 native system, and then probably you will be fine with updating and use the backup power, especially when you do this update. So that's definitely all. Second time buy, and write me in comments what you think about all this stuff.